It's November 17th. Finally got a little bit of snow here in New Brunswick. You don't get the chance to track a lot on snow because our season ends so early, but it's my preferred way to hunt. And a little bit excited today. Couldn't really sleep last night, but it is what it is. So I got about a good hour's drive on the pavement, and the roads are a little bit slippery. They're not terrible today. Anyway, got four-wheel drive, so take my time. It'll get me where I need to go, and let's go see if we can find a buck track. Well, I'm just on my way to where I was going. New piece of woods I never hunted before, and right on the pavement I seen a deer coming up on the road. So I slowed down closer and closer, and closer I got, the bigger he got. So I'm going to just sit here in the dark, and I know I got a fresh track in front of me. I'll be probably, by the time we get daylight, I'll probably be like an hour behind him. And then we'll go from there. We'll chat in a bit. 6:37 right now. That buck was short-bodied, but he was quite square. So anyway, hopefully I can catch up to him and go from there. Snow's crunchy, which isn't good. There's no wind, which isn't good. So it's going to be noisy for a bit, but it's supposed to warm up a little bit, and hopefully that softens the snow up. We'll see. I got all day. Whatever. I'm sure he'll beat the shit right out of me, but that's what tracking's all about. Alright, there's his track. I come off the road. He's a big buck. I'll follow him. So how's this work here? Stay tuned. I really suck at videoing, so bear with me. Now that I've been on this buck for a while, man, he's got a small hoof on him. Maybe the headlights being dark threw me off, but a rack. He looked good though. He's at least a 2-year-old. It's not what I want. I'm gonna keep following him. I've already committed, so that's all I can do. Still on him. Woods was really thick. He took me out to the edge of this clear cut. I hope it gets better. It looks like some hardwoods over there, so we should be able to see better. But there's a monster in here. He's a lot bigger than the buck I'm tracking. His track's in the same way. It's a little older, but you never know. It might freshen it up. Still on him. There's a bigger buck. The track's not very fresh though, compared to this one. And they both went by this scrape here. I can't get that guy. He's staying right in the thick stuff. Right in the green growth. Makes it hard to see. But there's a scrape. He hasn't slowed down. Unless he bought at this for a bit. Him or the other fella did, but it looks like he did. It looks really fresh. But anyway, I'm gonna stay on him. It happened so fast. I'm fucking 10 yards in front of me. Sorry for swearing. Super excited. He was feeding heavy. Oh, fuck. Yes. Oh man, I love tracking. Anyway, he was feeding heavy, like he's got the whole fucking area tore up. Like just, he must have spent a half hour here. That's how I caught him. He was bitted. The wind's blowing right at him. I don't know how he didn't hear me. Like it's Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's go look at him. He's not moving. Oh yeah. All right, let's go look at the buck. Oh man, what a hunt! Man, I'm so excited. He's nice buck. He's not quite. He's taking his last breath. Looks like an 8-pointer. I'm gonna give him a minute to expire. I'll probably finish him off maybe. Anyway, we'll see in a second. All right, there he is. He's I'd say a 3-year-old by the rack, probably 180 pounds. Nice deer, nice 8-point. Good buck for tracking anyway. I must have got him in the neck. He's in his bed, and I was just kind of looking around at all the feed, and something caught my attention, and I just heard something, so I looked up, and he stood up out of his bed, and there's a few little bushes right there. Couldn't quite see him. He didn't know what was going on. He had no idea. But anyway, here, let's take a look at him. There he is there. All right, there's my buck. Guess he's still breathing a little bit, but he's done. He's short-bodied, that's for sure. Nice little 8. I'm gonna go back and get the truck. He's actually like the road's right there, so it's gonna be super easy to drag him out. Nothing too crazy. I thought he was narrow on the road, but I thought he had good tine length. I actually thought he was a 10, but obviously not. Anyway, happy with him. I put one more into him so he wouldn't suffer. And I look up and there's a doe. She just walked out to see what's going on. I'll see if I can get some video of her. She's just kind of looking up at me. I'm kind of behind a tree. I don't know if she can see me, but there she is. There she is. That gunshot didn't even scare her. She must have been bedded there. Now she's kind of just curious. He was close to her. He didn't quite catch up to her before he bedded. There she goes, back to where she was. Well, there he is, all hung up. Weighed him, all 150 pounds. He's just a short little fella, but it was a really good hunt. Tracked the buck to his bed and shot him right there as he stood up. So couldn't ask for a better day, especially on crunchy snow. But anyway, that's a wrap for this year, and well, bring on the snow for next year and we'll do her again.